The Humminbird 360 is a good tool to hunt for kokanee. This is a kokanee we got at Flaming Gorge this week. We caught 3 about this size. This is my setup, my fish finders. This is what the transducer looks like, how it's mounted. This is the pot. It has an arrow that points which way to turn it. This is a mount. I mounted this with a stud instead of a bolt. My boat is almost 20 feet. It would fit inside that circle where it shows 22.5. I'm changing some settings here. I use mostly factory to change sensitivity and contrast. I zoom in or out by hitting the plus key or the minus key. As that line circles, it is refreshing. Everything in front of that line is old. Everything behind that line is new. If you watch close, you can see which way the fish are moving. If it doesn't erase those lines, there's some kind of interference. If the water is real choppy, you will not get a very good reading. Changing settings with the Solex is real easy to do. Here's some of the settings that I have. We're going down. I'm going to show you what happens when we put it on Mega. Right there, we punch that. We're on Mega right now. I'm going to zoom it in some more. Now you will see why I never use Mega in deep water. I like to use Mega when I'm in shallow water, especially fishing for sturgeon. Sturgeon in 26 feet of water or 30 feet of water, I can see a lot of detail. I can see fins. I can kind of watch them swim. Look down in the left corner, the bottom corner, you can see the frequency there. It shows that we're in Mega. The camera I have recording this, taking a picture, I don't have it very level, but I think you can get the idea. I zoomed back out again. You can see we have some waves by the way the camera's going up and down. The 360 is a great tool for chasing kokanee. You just have to learn how to use it. You can see here, there's some fish that's showing up in Mega, but we don't see half the fish that we would if we had it in 455. I could get a better picture if I change my sensitivity, but since I'm going to go back to 455 chirp, then I'm just leaving it where it's at. Okay, we're back to 455 and we're going after kokanee. See, there's some on the right. We're going to go to the right, and then we're going to go to those 3 up there on top. You can see I changed the range to 120 feet. We may not catch them, but we're going to put our boat and downrigger balls and our lures right where they can see them. So it's up to me to find the right dodgers and combination that will catch the kokanee, and that sometimes is very hard to do. Now we're on Flaming Gorge. You can see the water temperature changed. It's almost 10 o'clock. There's a lot more sun. We have a lot of shadow. And here comes the fish. One bad thing about Flaming Gorge is the limit is only 3. But when you catch them, there are some pretty big ones in there. There's also little ones too. But we got 3 that day that were about the same size as the one that my wife is holding up, the first of this video. Those big kokanee go wild. They come out of the water, they'll start heading for the boat. You can't let them get slack if they start coming. With the Humminbird 360, you can't see how deep they are. So I have a secret weapon. My live scope. I can see the fish that I went over. I can see how deep they are. I can watch them go to the lure. I have 2 different transducers here. One has a 40-degree angle, the other one has a 20-degree angle. I can turn the transducer any way I want to. I can tell if the fish are spooky or not. If they're spooky, I will have long setbacks. If they're not, I will use short setbacks. Watch this guy get spooked. On the left side, you can see all 4 downrigger balls and some of the downrigger clips and dodgers. On the right side, I can see sometimes 2 or 3 downrigger balls, sometimes 2 dodgers and the lures. I can see kokanee follow the lures. Sometimes I watch them hit it. At Flaming Gorge, I can see lake trout that are on the bottom go right up to my dodger and look at it. And if they don't like it, they turn right around and go back, and they're very aggressive. You can see by the way this little guy hit. Thanks for watching. See you on the water.